Hello Scorpio, so in today's reading we'll be looking at who will fall in love with you next. I'm so excited for you. This is actually someone you will be in a long-term commitment with. There's always free will, that's an obvious, but there's strong potential for this to be even the one is what I'm seeing if I look at the spread as a whole. Well, at least it will be a significant relationship here in your life. Their personality. So, I asked about their personality. They're sort of giving me a journey this person's been through. We have Libra, Pluto, Mars, Ten of Wands, Hangman, the Emperor. So it's almost giving me past, present, and future energy for them, which is interesting. So in the past, they've been stuck in a cycle where it's all, some of them, they've been very focused on their goals. Perhaps they were in school, right? They had a lot of responsibilities. They're building themselves up. So life has been a bit of a struggle, right? That's for some of you. Others of you, I'm getting a bit of a people pleaser here. Someone who has a hard time saying no. So that is a cycle that they're completing and they're leaving behind. Perhaps they were living for their significant other if they were married prior to you. Perhaps they were living for their parents, but it feels like they were sacrificing parts of themselves to make those around them happy. And that is something that they're transforming here with Pluto, right? Is the ability to say no, establish healthier boundaries here with the Emperor. And yeah, they're living a little for themselves, what makes them happy. So this is where there's a change in perspective here. This could have been triggered by I am seeing them completing a major cycle here. So it may be a traumatizing event in their life, a loss of a relationship, some challenging circumstances, right, that has forced them to go within and really, it's almost soul searching. I'm getting with Pisces 12th house, and they're coming out of whatever this difficult experience challenges stronger than ever, really, is with the Emperor, because Emperor is standing strong, right? He's sturdy, solid, someone who knows who they are. They've landed on their feet. It's almost like a tower moment, and this person's come out of the other end here as the Emperor, and it doesn't get better than the Emperor. And that paired next to Mars, it's a very empowered energy. Some of you, your person may even have Mars conjunct Pluto, Mars trine Pluto. It's a force to be reckoned with. Mars Pluto aspects, it definitely has that death and rebirth energy, because it is Scorpio, right, back to back, but usually does talk about an alpha male. Even if you're asking about a female with more masculine traits, someone who's ambitious, a go-getter, very focused, determined when they set their mind to something. They can be stubborn. In the past, it's funny, they were very flexible and lenient, and it's almost like a little bit of a closed off energy at this point. I'm going to be a bit more careful of who I let in. You'll have to win my trust, right? I'm not just going to hand my heart to you. You have to show me that you're worthy of my time and energy, and that's just a part of, establishing healthier boundaries here. But yeah, this person likely is very strong physically, I'm getting. They have a lot of energy, and it's likely someone who does move their body. They like to work out, or whatever they do for their career can be physically very demanding. This person's likely to be the leader in whatever field they've chosen, their respective career. They're on top here, and they've put in the work, like Ten of Wands, right? That's years, months. They have a lot of experience in relationships, but also in terms of the professional aspect. So yeah, right now they seem to be focused on going after what makes them happy. They're very dominant, and they like sort of that thrill of the chase, so they're likely to be the more dominant, persuasive one. But they're established now. They have a solid foundation, and they're secure. So that is beautiful. When you meet them, they're in a good position here, and they're ready for you. It's like they're waiting for you right now, Hangman. They're patient. They're not one to rush into things. They may have some passionate, romances here and there, but they're waiting for the real deal here. They're waiting for you, their other half, the Empress. So yeah, meanwhile, they're just focused on themselves, self-growth, building a name for themselves, which they seem to be well known in their community. If they are in a position of leadership, they're a well-liked authority figure. Very firm, but also knows when to back down, ease off a bit, if that makes sense. With that Libra sort of balancing the more aggressive side out. Because Mars-Pluto can be very aggressive. Mars-Pluto people can be construction workers, they can be boxers, they can be, surgeons, that sort of thing is what is ruled here by Mars and Pluto. A very strong presence here is what I'm getting. Not in a bad way, I'm getting it very family oriented. They want that, family life and everything. They want to be the provider. But they'll also support you of any ambitions you whatever you want to achieve for yourself. But yeah, they likely are wanting to be the head of the family, or even if, say, you identify as a masculine energy, it can be there may be some clashes, because Scorpios are extremely strong-headed here as well, and so is this person. But this seems to be a beautiful relationship. You balance each other out very beautiful. I'm seeing yin-yang energy here, which I'll mention. Okay, why this person will fall in love with you. We have 3rd house conjunction Venus, Virgo, 2 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, the Fool, 6 of Wands, Page of Cups. There's maybe some of you dress very conservatively. There's something very modest about you. If that is the case, then they really like that. But there's some innocence here. Purity. That's what I'm getting here, is what they fall in love with. And a lot of you, it's almost like you're not afraid to be yourself here with the Fool, 6 of Wands. And they really appreciate that you're comfortable in your skin. So something about your confidence here is coming through. But you're also someone who's not a know-it-all. You're always willing to learn and grow here with the Fool. And you represent a new chapter for this person, right? After the 10 of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands. And you represent that new beginning for them. So they're excited to embark on this journey. And there'll be a lot of love here. They love the way you communicate with them. You'll be very gentle and sweet with the way you interact with this person. And I'm getting words of affirmation. I see you being very encouraging with your words, complimenting them. They also really like your voice. Your voice is very empowering. Some of you may be public speakers, or they just like the manner in which you communicate. You would choose your words carefully. They really appreciate that. But something definitely about your voice. Some of you could be great singers or artists. They love your dressing sense, I'm getting. But there's true love here. Right? This is who is going to fall in love with you next. We have 2 of Cups. There's a lot of shared interests here with the 3rd house. It's like you can talk about anything under the sun, and nothing's off limits here. You're very open-minded with the Fool, and they feel like they can be free. They can be themselves in your presence, that you won't be judging them, right? Some of you have a lot of eyes on you, or you may be someone who gets a lot of attention, yet you're very down to earth here with Venus and Virgo. Some of you literally may have Venus and Virgo in the 3rd house. If that is the case, that's coming through. You make their life easier here as well with Venus and Virgo. Just day to day, spending quality time with you, communicating with you, even if you're cuddling, on the sofa or something, watching a movie. It's very comforting to this person. They enjoy the little moments with you. They may like to travel with you, but I'm getting it's more just, day-to-day chores, perhaps, or yeah, you know, running errands here, buying grocery. These things will be more enjoyable for them. As long as you're by their side, they don't care what you're doing. You could be washing laundry, right? Let me see if I'm getting anything else. But yeah, Venus in 3rd house. The way you both interact with each other is very sweet, romantic. A lot of flirting here I'm seeing. A lot of gazing into each other's eyes. You're a very romantic couple, but more so behind the scenes. I don't see too much PDA or anything. Mutual admiration, mutually very supportive of one another, and you both just work. People will say you both look very happy and you make a good couple. You'll be a very attractive couple. A lot of people will be gravitating towards you when you're together. It's just the beautiful warmth you radiate here, right? People want to be a part of that. Okay, how you'll recognize you've met this person. We have Pisces, 12th house. That's crazy. Pisces does rule our 12th house, right? And if some of you have 12th house on Pisces on your 12th house cusp, that's further confirmation. But it doesn't have to be. There's a soul tie here, past life, soul connection, something on the subconscious level. It's deep. So the obvious is here, Pisces 12th house, there's an inner knowing. So if you listen to your intuition, you'll know this is the one for you, which I'm getting for a lot of you. But others of you, you know, it can be literal, where this person is they have a lot of wisdom. You won't see this person being hasty or being impulsive in their day-to-day life. Some of them literally may have Pisces, Virgo placements, but how you'll recognize them is how patient and persistent they are. Once this person commits, you know, they give their word, they don't back down easily. And there's a quiet, they'll pursue you, but it's not in your face, right? It's just someone who's there as a friend initially is what I'm getting. And how this relationship progresses is friends first, and you'll build from there. But yeah, this person's I'm not getting the sort of life of the party. I mean, they can be with that Mars energy. That can be pretty loud with Emperor. But for the most part, they are quite introverted. Maybe even a homebody, very introspective, someone who will like to spend a lot of time with you indoors. I'm getting, though they do like to be seen out in public with you as well, Venus 3rd house, but they prefer quiet quality time here with just the two of you. So yeah, not the most talkative or chatty. Can be someone who's older, but it doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter, just someone who's wise beyond their years with Hermit. But we also have the lamp here, so it's telling me again, your intuition will be speaking to you. How you'll know this is your person is you'll listen to your inner voice here. You'll start feeling happier here. I see that in your energy. Jupiter, Ascendant, Star, 3 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Swords. So the way this person enters your life seems to be like out of nowhere, right? The wheel is turning in your favor. All these cards here back to back paired with Jupiter does talk about optimism. So it's almost like you meet this person and you're seeing things from a new perspective. Everything seems much lighter, happier. You're making plans for the future. You're starting to daydream, right? What you both could build together, what your life will be like, planning for the future, looking at things from a higher perspective. So, right, it's your mindset is changing here drastically. So that is how you'll know you've met this person. It's a very uplifting energy. You're feeling, people may even, you know, compliment you. They may mention you're glowing. That's the energy I'm getting here with Jupiter Ascendant. You're getting a lot of compliments. You're putting more effort into your appearance, or it's just you're happy from within. You're truly happy, and that's showing here on your face is what I'm getting. But yeah, it's like you feel like finally it's my time. right? Especially if you've been through your challenges here in relationships in the past, things haven't been working out. It does feel, it's like a lucky cycle here for you as well. Some of you may be taking better care of yourself, eating better, Jupiter ascendant, but something about your appearance, it's like a glow up. Jupiter is blessing, expanding whatever it touches. It's touching ascendant, the way you carry yourself, your mannerisms, how you're perceived by the world, right? So you're being seen in a positive light, not just by this person, but your community, the world at large. Some of you may literally be stars, Jupiter, the star. It may be around the time where you're getting some sort of recognition, fame. Can be on a larger scale or just within your community, perhaps your work, promotions. But it's a really positive period. It's a lucky streak here. You're feeling, wow, everything's falling into place. Everything is working out for me. All my dreams, my wishes are coming true. Some of you may be considering moving. I have a lot of reference to travel around the time you meet this person. So you may have moved and you run into this person, or you may meet them and then one of you has to relocate. But there's some travel adjustments here for the better. But yeah, it's sudden. Uranus with the star and Knight of Swords is very unpredictable. It's almost certain. It's like that chain of events, right? Everything falling into place. This seems to be fated. Wheel of Fortune and the star has something, right? It can be destiny, fate here, stepping in. I see that. We have a lot of major arcana coming through in this spread as well. Okay. How they'll pursue you. We have Three of Cups, Page of Swords. And then we'll look at their physical appearance as well here for fun towards the end. They'll pursue you. They'll want to date you, take you out. Page of Swords is a very curious, inquisitive energy, right? Gathering more information about someone. So it's sort of getting the vibe, asking for your number. Let's go out for drinks. A lot of conversation, questions. You'll see that this person's actually listening when you talk. You'll notice wow, this person's very fixated on me. They seem to really like me. It'll be a bit obvious here because, you know, this is someone who's very focused on the detail as well, right? What do you like? Your likes, dislikes. What do you like to eat? Really paying attention. The ears are perked up here with the Page of Swords. And yeah, they're doing a little bit of watching, observing. Perhaps if you're active on social media, right? Who are you hanging out with? What are your friends like? What kind of pictures are you posting? You know, that is what is going on. If you're in some group setting, observing you. But it's a lot of admiration, right? I'm not getting judgmental or anything. It's more just in awe of you. But yeah, they'll pursue you. It's very traditional, you know, wine, dine, take you out, getting to know you better. I'm seeing a friendship here. So it's nothing too out there. It's very casual and very invested early on. Wanting to learn more about you. That is how they'll pursue you. Why you will want to be with them. We have Six of Cups, Four of Cups, Chariot. Well, we have all water here, Scorpio, for why you'll want to be with this person. Some of you are just very stuck here in the past. I mean, you may be living in some location, you know, your hometown. You feel like nothing's happening. You've sort of hit a wall here. And you're wanting to move forward in life. I mean, with all this water coming through, there is that emotional tie. You feel it, they feel it, right? It's true love here is what I'm getting. And a lot of you will choose to commit, even marry this person is what I'm seeing when I asked for long-term potential. But yeah, again, reference that to that fact that there may be some relocation or traveling here. So yeah, this person's sort of getting you out of your comfort zone. Right, especially if you've been closed off indoors, they're saying, let's go out, let's have some fun, right? Maybe even traveling together, exploring the world together. If some of you have some emotional issues, you can be very moody or just someone difficult to deal with on a day-to-day basis. I know I can be because I'm moody. Then you'll really appreciate the way this person handles you. your hormones for some of you, but just you emotionally, the way they take care of you. So yeah, they'll be very affectionate, and it's almost like a caretaker to some extent, but emotionally available, vulnerable, and they understand you and what you're going through. So that is why you'll want to be with this person. They're financially stable, right, Emperor, but they're also emotionally, it's like they're offering you emotional security. So you feel safe with this person. That is why you'll want to be with them. But some of you, yeah, they'll really handle if you have mood swings. Four of Cups can be a very moody energy. They'll be there for you, doing little things, right, to make you feel better. I think you really appreciate the way this person handles you or deals with you when you're going through some challenges emotionally. And they're always, it's like a uplifting energy. So if you are moody, they know how to sort of brighten your day here with Chariot, right? If there's some setbacks, hurdles, they'll be encouraging. Let's get up, let's do something, let's go for a walk. Here, I baked you something. Here's a gift. Here, I got you a flower. That's sort of the vibe. Six of Cups is a very innocent, childlike energy, right? So that, here, look, I got you chocolate. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting. Or here's a drink. So yeah, very attentive and considerate when it comes to you. I love this energy. I'm so excited to do the other readings, but this is amazing. I don't know how I'll beat this here. This is crazy. Is there potential for long term? We have 10th house, moon, Cancer. That blew my mind when those came through, because the 10th house is the father, moon, Cancer, that's the mother. I see the masculine and feminine energy coming together. I mean, we both have masculine and feminine energies within us, but there is, I'm saying, it's almost like traditional roles here for some of you. It is a general reading, keep that in mind. And we have Sun, Two of Swords, Hierophant. Two of Swords is a decision we have to make, which I'll mention. One of you has a decision to make. It can be you, which I was seeing in the Oracle cards. But because it's a general reading, it can be this person here as well, though I don't see them because I was seeing them waiting. They're waiting for their Empress, their other half. But yeah, Sun is the first card to come through, which we'll give priority to. Is there potential for long term? That's a straight out yes. It's the most positive, powerful card in the tarot, according to me. There's nothing better than the Sun. This is 100% yes. There's potential for a long term. A family, if you want children, I see that. But traditional roles here for a lot of you with Hierophant. But this can also be, legally getting married here. But Two of Swords is talk about decision, free will. So we always have free will. If you want to be with this person, there's strong potential. But it's up to you. If you choose to be with this person, I'm seeing a very safe, secure home here. It's almost power couple vibes, and a lot of emphasis with Moon and 10th house is on your careers here and your public image. That is coming through. So you both may be very goal-oriented, ambitious, wanting to create a name for yourself, always striving to do better. Yeah, I see a lot of support and encouragement within the home if you do choose to move in together. And you'll just feel, mostly Moon and Cancer is like, how do we even explain that energy? It's like the love a mother has for their child. So within this commitment, it's almost unconditional love here. And if you do choose to have children, I see a boy and a girl here. But it can also be, Sun is usually the more masculine. It can be a boy. But yeah, if one of you wants to be a homemaker or want to stay at home, this person will be very supportive. They don't mind being their provider. Obviously, that's not for everyone. But Moon in 10th house is also very lucky placement for your public image, is what I'm getting. Where people, at a larger scale are able to connect with you as a couple, especially if you are in the public eye with the Six of Wands. So it's a well-liked, admirable couple is what I'm getting. You have that charm and sensitivity, right? It's not just about the both of you, it's care, love for the community. People that are less fortunate, perhaps you may both like to do charity work, or you're wanting to give back somehow. But it's just humanitarians really wanting to make the world a better place, which people would really connect with. And you're very open and welcoming as a couple. Some of you, if you do your composite synastry or whatever, you know, your composite chart as a couple, you may have moon in 10th house, right? That is coming through. This person's physical appearance, we have sun 5th house. So I'm getting a tall energy, a tall person, regardless of gender. So it's getting very specific. So they're definitely tall, taller than you. They have a very cheerful disposition, so always smiling, cheerful. But sun in 5th house is Leo energy, so you can look up Leo physical traits. That is what they'll look like. They have a more childlike baby face almost, but they may have some hair. If they're a man you're, you know, asking about, they have some hair, beard or something is what I'm getting. Something that will really stand out to you is either their facial hair or their just hair in general. Something about their hair. You know, Leo the lion, their mane. That's coming through. Let me see if I'm getting anything else. Maybe I'm getting a bigger nose. Not too thick, but a thicker nose. I don't get a small or a long nose. I get a thicker nose. Maybe more flat, that's coming through, but definitely tall. Facial hair. They may be older, but that doesn't really matter. They look mature. They have a baby face, but with that beard, it can give that appearance that they do look older. They're very expressive in the way they dress here as well. They command a lot of respect, attention when they walk into a room, right? Leo, center of attention. So the way they carry themselves, they come through as powerful, and it's more about their charisma, just the energy they exude with Emperor, right? It doesn't have to be that they're conventionally attractive. I mean, they do seem to be with what I'm seeing. It's almost like a performer, entertainer energy. People may like to just look at them. There's something about them that catches other people's attention. For a feminine energy, again, I'm seeing maybe a rounder face here. Tall, I was getting that for sure. But yeah, very pleasant, cheerful, approachable. And yeah, very welcoming, warm. Very expressive face and eyes I'm getting. Once they get to, they may come across, like, say you're not communicating with them, they're just standing there, may have a bit of a stern, stoic expression. But once they open their mouth, they're very, yeah, animated is what I'm getting. They have hazel or brown eyes. That's what I'm getting. I'm leaving it there. I don't want to force anything, but that is what I'm seeing. Hazel brown eyes. We have my heart always comes back to you, even when I try so hard to resist it. Yeah, once this person meets you, I mean, if you're actively dating, say online or something, I don't know, you're keeping your options open. And perhaps this person is as well, but you're the one that's calling to their heart, right? They can't get you off of their mind. I'm getting pretty early on, they'll know that there's something there with the Two of Cups. They're quite spiritual or intuitive themselves here with the Hermit, I'm getting. But yeah, once they meet you, it'll be hard to forget you. I'm feeling overprotective. I look at your social media and secretly spy on you to see who you're talking to and where you're going. That's the Page of Swords. If you follow tarot, this person will be overprotective of you. So they will look at your social media, and they may even like to spy on you, right? They can be a little bit jealous with Mars and Pluto. It's a bit of a territorial energy. It won't be suffocating. Again, we have Libra coming through, so that sort of, you know, the justice scales. It will be in moderation, but yeah, they can have a tendency to be a bit overprotective. They need to take care of you. They need to protect you. It's like their duty here. That's how they feel. Okay, we have meet someone special. Anyone can make you happy by doing something special, but only someone special can make you happy without doing anything. That goes back to the Venus in third house energy. You can just sit, see, silences won't be awkward here. It's more just your presence. It's very comforting, and you feel it as well, right? You can be sitting there doing your own thing in a room and just something in the air, right? I see a lot of love, support, care here. So I think that is what is coming through. But you feel content. Content is the word I'm getting with this card. We have take a decision, which is interesting with the Two of Swords. I have no idea where it cut out, Scorpio, so I'm just going to quickly, I don't want to go, in depth here because I have no idea, where it cut out. But we have independent, confused, methodical, mature, competitive. This person will be your boss. So they may literally, I was talking about leadership, right? Someone in a position of leadership. This person will be your boss. You may work together, and this person's in a higher position. And others of you, yeah, they can be very dominant with Emperor, regardless of gender, and they can have a tendency to be a little bossy paired with competitive. And yeah, that alpha male female energy I was getting. They don't like to lose, and they won't back down easily. That's that Mars energy in them. A lot of aggression. But with you, you're bringing out the more tender emotional side, right? Why you'll fall in love with them. 6 of Cups, 4 of Cups, Chariot, all water. And in their energy, 2 of Cups. So it's a lot of love here. We have curious and humorous. That's again with that third house, curious Gemini energy, right? So yeah, they'll want to, they're eager and they're always ready to learn, right? And expand their mind in whatever way they can. So yeah, you'll notice that they're curious about everything and anything. But especially when it comes to you with the Page of Swords, for how they're pursuing you, curious, asking a lot of questions, gathering information. But you also really like their sense of humor. They can be very witty, especially when you're feeling off, right, or down. They'll do little things to make you laugh. It's a very playful side to them as well. Okay, Scorpio, this will be letters, whatever comes through. Let's see, who will fall in love with Scorpio next? Let's take that. Intellectual. So this may be a union of the minds and the heart. Obviously, that's there. But again, third house, the intellect. So yeah, conversations just flow, and you like just talking about the day-to-day. Even if one of you is traveling or you're far away, say it's long distance or short distance, whatever, I see a lot of back and forth communication. That won't be a problem, and this person will be very consistent with their communication. But you'll find them to be very intelligent, and you'll really respect their intelligence, right? So you rely on them. You'll respect this person's decision making as well, I'm getting, and they yours. Cologne, perfume, scent. You really like the way this person, yeah, their scent. They smell nice. They know how to present themselves with Sun, Leo, and Libra energy. Libra representing them is usually someone who's conventionally attractive. It's Venus, right? So yeah, easy on the eyes, but more so their charm and grace, right? Good manners coming through. They know how to carry themselves in social settings. Who is this person that will fall in love with Scorpio next? Tell us more. Spiritual. Yeah, I picked up on that. They are spiritual. And they're likely to be wealthy, but if not wealthy, they're doing well for themselves. They're the Emperor. They may even be running some sort of, wasn't I telling you? I told you, definitely they're tall. I'm telling you. This is confirmation, and I kept feeling it. I was getting it. This person is tall. I don't care. They're male, female, whatever they identify as. But this is one thing about their physical appearance that I can be sure about. They're tall. They're tall, if this reading is resonating. Some of them can be bald here as well, but they have a beard is what I'm getting. They may have some sort of... This is funny. scars, because that's Mars Pluto. Usually if they have that aspect in their chart, they're likely could have been an aggressive child for some of you, or just prone to, you know, little mishaps here and there. So yeah, they can have scars. I was talking about a surgeon. Oh, that's funny. Maybe they are a surgeon, but that won't be for everyone. They may even have had some stitches or something when they were younger. It can be literal death and rebirth, maybe death-like experience for Mars Pluto. Who is this person that will fall in love with Scorpio next? We only have one letter. You. They didn't give us much letters here today. Maybe I'll get you 2 more. W. We have a woo. Some of you, they can be. Maybe Asian. We have funny. Yeah, we had that. We had humorous and we have funny. They may have tattoos, which you really like. They like to express them. They're very expressive. They can be artists. I was talking about performers. Ooh, some of them maybe even be tattoo artists. That is coming through. I think that's what I have for you, Scorpio. It's a beautiful reading. There's nothing negative I have to say about this person. So wish come true. You'll be very happy. But I think, yeah, I'll leave it there. Take care of yourself. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and take care of yourself. I'll see you next week. Bye.